territory. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Golden Bears ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little room. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Give it to him again. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. Let's take just a second and talk about Utah State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know.
He's got it down the left. Hits the crease. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for a crease. It's McNabb. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Madison. He's got the tight end. Turning it on. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, a number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Quick release by the QB. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Flips it out in the flat. That ought to be enough for a Utah State 1st down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another 1st down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to bully their way in. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I like the way this offense is ending the 1st half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Bring in the heat. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. Defense gets the sack. No points for you.
They go to the ground. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Madison. A lot of defenders around on that screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the... beautifully and pick up the 1st down. quarter comes to a close, Utah State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man to the left. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The hand to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. Trying to punch it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to run it in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 17 to Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Madison. Finds his tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Oliver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Gonna run it, it's McNabb. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. He's at the... And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bear.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Utah State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is...
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And there you see the running back doing work on that RPO. He gets the handoff, he sees the crease, and that dude gets north. If this running back gets into the second level, watch out. He is outstanding in space, and he showed it to you right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. On the ground, it's McNabb. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Cal! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. The give to the back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That ought to be enough for a Utah State 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
goodness gracious. If you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his man. It's Darrisaw. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
Snap it to the back. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Utah State. And they take it in for 6 more points. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Madison. Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's McNabb. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fires to the wideout. And it's caught. So the 4th down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play race is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
They're going back to the ground. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Madison. Bears the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And after that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Turns it on at midfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
This Utah State offense has it going. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Madison. Throws to the tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He's open on the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They go right back to it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Utah State trying to keep the drive alive on 4th down. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Throws to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Be interesting to see what the defense is going to do here now, guys. They've got the lead. It's a 2-minute situation. 4th down. What's your personnel grouping going to be, and what do you want to do? Play man, play zone?
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well. Slows down the pass rush. Gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. To the air, it's Madison. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle, it's McNabb. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43.
First and 10.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls and throws up the RPO. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They strike first here in overtime.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Great. Yeah, right. If you know Rich Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.